Hey everybody, Jay here. Welcome back to the Homestead. This is my last outdoor boiler video with the machine facing this way. That's right folks, the time has come. We are going to turn our boiler around. It is in the afternoon now, sun's about to go down, but we have an excavator coming first thing in the morning. It's a Cat 305. The guy at the rental place said he's convinced that it can pick up 2,400 or more pounds. That's what these weigh empty. So yeah, we're gonna get ready to do that. We're gonna drain the water out of it in this video, or in the start of this video. I'm gonna make the draining and the turning around. This is all gonna be one video, but this is the day prior. We're gonna drain the water out of our central boiler, CL6048, and then first thing tomorrow morning, we're gonna come in with our machine, pick it up, turn it around, set it down. So what we can do now, tonight, as you can see, we've kind of already poked around at working with it. We're gonna drain the water out of it. So these machines have 393 gallons, if we're gonna split hairs, 393 gallons of water in it. What we're gonna do is, we're gonna take out this fitting here. This is just a cap. This is very important not to lose. God forbid this leaked or something, at least you have a cap here with an O-ring in it. So we're gonna keep this safe, and then all we're gonna do is we're gonna hook up our small little garden hose extension. So let me hook this up, put the camera down, then I'll show you, and we'll start draining it. All right, so as you can see, we got that good and tight, and let's crack it open. That's it. Water should be flowing. If we walk out here, we just have our little extension here, and there it is. There's our drained water. Our water draining out of our central boiler, CL6048. Our excavator is here. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna actually just undo this and leave it open, because I'm sure once we pick the boiler up, some water is going to come out of it. So yeah, we're just going to leave this out of the way. Let's move this. Look at that. It's getting cold, folks. All right, next thing we need to do, and I'm not going to show you on camera, we're going to undo this PEX. We're going to label it so we don't mess it up. This one on the left is going to be our pump one, so we're going to put a piece of tape or something here so Bruce knows which one's which. This is our pump side. All right, yes. Success. Success. Oh, there we go. Okay. That's one down. Never happens. Half inch. Okay. Let's get a socket. Well, after installed in 2008, at least we know things are coming apart. Only using the finest of tools. This is all getting replaced. Oh man, that is some cold water. All right, 2 PEX fittings are out. We need to undo the conduit. Yes, the breaker is off before y'all electricians ask. Okay, electrical check, plumbing check. Chimneys. I don't want to destroy the chimneys. God forbid I hit it with the excavator. Let's pop those off. These are just quarter turn. Okay. We can clean these too. Not that they're dirty, but we can clean them before we run it. Hi ho, hi ho. We don't want to drop this chimney. Oh boy. And there it is. Almost. I don't have to take this one off, but I want to. One wrong move with the excavator and there goes your $1,000 chimney. So I just replaced this chimney not too long ago. Luckily, as you can see, they're not hard to hold on, I gotta just drop things and quarter turn and we're free. Okay, very good. All right, folks, I think we're good to roll. Take a good look, because hopefully, fingers crossed, this is the last time the boiler will be facing this way. It's empty, electrical's unhooked, plumbing's unhooked, chimney's off. Let's go get the machine, which conveniently just got dropped off, tie the hook to it, and see if we can spin this baby. Almost forgot too, there's a grounding cable. So grounding cable, 2 pipes, electrical's out. We kind of pushed it in the middle. Our shut off is still open. Our chimney is off. And we also pulled this panel off because Bruce is going to need to get in here once we flip it. So let's go get the, machine. Oh boy. Here we go. All right, everybody, keep in mind, I don't run an excavator every day, so I'm just grabbing this log here. Number one, to get it out of the way, and number two, just to familiarize myself again with the controls. We're talking moving a very expensive piece of machinery here. Not only is the rental Bobcat E50 a lot of money, but the wood boiler, you know, those are in the tens of thousands of dollars. So we're just taking our time here, getting used to it. We kind of play around with this log a little bit before we move over to the boiler. So yeah, bear with me. Again, this is I'm very nervous. I'm doing the editing after the fact, but I was very nervous in the cab. Big horsepower mini excavator here. This thing can easily destroy the boiler. So I'm just taking my time, very slow, trying to be very methodical, trying to kind of gather how I want to go about doing this versus just rushing into it. All right, now we got to figure out a method to attach that. Okay, so I bought a shackle and a pivot. This is all rated for allegedly 4,000 pounds. We're gonna have to put that to the test. So we got that. Let's get the chain. We're gonna see if the boom power is enough to pick this up. If not, we'll have to utilize the curl of the bucket to pick the boiler up. But let's see if we can get run a chain. So we're gonna see if this will be enough. This will clear the bucket, and let's see if we could just boom up. If not, we'll have to utilize the curl. Oh, I don't think at the time I was gonna just try to just use the chain. The curl on the bucket is obviously one of the strongest features, but I liked having the shackle on the where it's mounted. And I wanted to try this first. I probably should have did the chain on the bucket so I could have curled. That would have gave me the movement I needed, which you're gonna see in a little bit. But hindsight's 2020. I was more confident in the shackle at the time. Maybe too much stick height, but we're gonna see. Maybe can I take some of this slack out here? I sure can. I'll tell you, I am nervous as all hell. Let's give it a shot. Let me do it straight up. Oh boy, I was nervous getting back into this machine. So now that I think about it, I'm gonna kind of talk over half of this video. I should have probably either came in from the front or came in from the back. You're gonna see in a second when I lift the boiler up here, the whole thing shifts over because I was only using the stick, not the boom. The boom had to stay up all the way. I was only using the stick, and the stick obviously moves out, not directly up. So that was my issue here. Plus, I don't run a mini excavator every day. So as you can see, we're kind of just getting the boiler up, seeing how the machine behaves, seeing where the power is. So now I hop back out. We'll try this at home, folks. That's a lot of weight shift. The machine ain't moving. Now the question remains, we have to go back with the machine. I am just nervous to lift the blade with such a weight far out, if that makes sense. Let's see here. So I'm going to do a little bit of time lapse here, but I lifted the boiler up and I noticed that the pad had a lot of crud on it, had a lot of junk. So I decided to just kind of rest the boiler on half the pad here and sweep it off. I eventually moved the whole boiler off the pad and completely cleaned it. We'll get into that. While we're here, might as well clean our slab off. All that moss. It's all right. All right, I'm just gonna, Colton, you gotta stay out of the way. I'm gonna lift it up, watch my cameras. I'm gonna lift it up, position it, but the problem is it wants to just turn, so you just need to hold it. It's not heavy because it's hanging from the machine. So just stand clear for a second. Kept the original audio, but I sped up the video. I had my mom come down to try to help hold the boiler, which we'll get to in a second because it kept turning. But let's tune back in and see the struggle.
Daddy, do it.
Then try to move it.
Why?
Turn it around.
Let's see it.
Don't be scared.
I want to go in.
Go ahead, leave me in. I'll be right in.
I need to put my sweater on.
Okay, so the problem is I can't pick it up so far boomed out and I can't back up with it. So I'm gonna reposition a little bit and try to swing it in place. So we got it off the pad. It's a good opportunity to clean the pad off too. So we'll sit you guys up in a second. I'm gonna disconnect, reposition over there so that way I can pick up and hopefully swing it into position. I'll have my mom come back out and help drop it down. But at least we know we can lift it and move it. It's just a matter of figuring it out. I'm gonna put on a little time lapse here. You got a 2,400 pound machine. There's probably 50 gallons of water still in there. So you're talking almost 3,000 pounds here we're trying to move around. The E50 is a very powerful, very awesome machine. But keep in mind, we are so far boomed out, I can't get closer to it because I don't have the height. That's the issue I ran into, is I'm trying to move this thing so far out. That's the problem I kept running into. But let's tune back in because I had another issue here. My goal was to get it to touch the PEX pipes, and then I think I hop out in a second and I tuck the pipes underneath. That was my goal though, is to get it that close.
You're really close to these hoses, Jay.
I need to get them underneath.
Once you get it over though, you're going to be able to move them.
Okay. I think that's it. I just got to swing it this way somehow. We're gonna try. Put the unit down, resting on a quarter of the slab and a 4x4, and I repositioned the excavator. This was the key. Repositioning the excavator, as you see here in this time lapse. Now that I'm face on, I'm gonna be able to boom up the machine up and pivot to the right, 10 degrees or whatever it is. This was the key. This is what I should have done originally. I should have backed up to the very back of it, picked it up, because when I picked it up from the side, I pushed it over about a foot, which threw off everything because the excavator, I couldn't boom up and I was so far reached out. I couldn't obviously lift the blade and back up because it was so bucket heavy. But needless to say, we got it just about almost ready here. So what I ended up doing is I lifted it up ever so slightly, and me and my mom were literally just trying to skid it across the pad there. And you see you got water coming out. This is very interesting. So let's tune back in and watch the struggle. Well, there you have it, folks. Finally turned around. Look at how good that looks. Facing all the wood piles. I'm not an engineer. I'm not an excavator operator. I'm sure Now that I think of it, I probably should have been face on over the chimney to start, but picking it up from the side, the whole thing shifted. Whatever, we got it done, who cares? We have the excavator for the day. I am so happy, thank God. Finally, oh, this is gonna be so nice. It faces all the woodsheds. We can put a woodshed there. We're gonna dig that stump up next. This is gonna be so freaking nice to be able to come down here and run the boiler, and it's facing all of our wood. We can get a dump truck load of wood right here, and we're styling. So thanks for watching, guys. God bless. And like I always say, we'll see you guys out in the woods. We're gonna get a few things done with the excavator. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. God bless. Like I always say, we'll see you guys out in the woods. Yes! Oh, so excited. Look at this. This is gonna be awesome.